I go? What shall I do?
Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
Behave yourselves!
Hello YouTubers out there, this is Saravia the Movies. So today we're going to talk about Stop Making Sense. This is the 1984 Talking Heads concert film directed by Jonathan Demme. And it is briefly in theaters right now. I think it's going to open globally on September 29th. And what can I say? I don't think I've ever seen this film before, believe it or not. It's coming up to a 40th anniversary, and it's been restored. And seeing this film on an IMAX screen with brilliant sound, I must say, I have to say this is one of the great movie-going experiences of my life. This concert film, I don't know if it's the best concert film ever made, but it is way up there, along with Rolling Stones at the Max, which came out back in 1992, and was also shown in an IMAX format, much bigger IMAX format than what you get at the AMC theaters or whatever. I mean, that was a 70, 80-foot tall screen with speakers around the whole entire stadium. So you really talk about immersive. And so is this film. I have always liked Talking Heads music. I'm not going to pretend like I'm a completist. I haven't heard every single song they've done. But this film, even if you're not a Talking Heads fan, you have to agree it gets you in the mood. You almost want to buy every single album they ever did, because it is absolutely fantastic. It, of course, has David Byrne as the lead singer, and he also designed the stage lighting and the plain performance art environments, which includes 3 screens used for backlit side projections. So he's lead vocals, he does the guitar, Tina Weymouth does the bass, keyboard, bass, and guitar, and also lead vocals for one song, Genius of Love. And we got Chris France doing the drums, Jerry Harrison guitar, keyboards, backing vocals, Steve Scales percussion, backing vocals, so on and so forth. Anyone that knows the Talking Heads knows these performers. And they perform songs such as, I think the first one is Psycho Killer, and you see a close-up of David Byrne's shoes as he's walking up to the stage, and he has a radio, cassette player, and he says, okay, well, I want to play this little tune in this radio, and presses play, and right away starts with Psycho Killer, followed by Heaven, one of my favorites, of course, Once in a Lifetime, Life During Wartime also, not to mention Take Me to the River. And it's really such an eclectic mix of different percussion instruments and a unifying, pulsating sound as well throughout all these performances. But let me tell you, when you see this on stage, and they performed this this was filmed over 3 nights and I don't see it right now, goodness gracious, at the Hollywood's Pantages Theater back in December of 1983. So 3 different performances all intercut together, and it's seamless. You almost feel like you're watching a whole performance out of this 1 hour and a half, 1 hour 40-minute film. And it is like going to a concert. You see it in the IMAX format with that sound. It's like being there in 1983 watching this whole band perform. And what's interesting about the film too, I thought, is that because the music is so energetic and all the performers are really engaged just as much as David Byrne, who at one point runs around the stage 3 different times, you almost are afraid he's going to trip over some wires and stuff, is that they are all pulsating at the same moment. So it's all filmed on them on the stage, sometimes in close-ups and these different type of angles. You don't see a whole lot of the audience, and it almost doesn't matter until really the very end you see the entire audience that's there. And it pulsates. It's an electric feel, this film. It really feels alive. It's a great concert film. It's just superb. I can't say enough. That even if I were to, which I probably will at some point, own this film on Blu-ray, It's not going to compare. As I've always said, the theatrical presentation is the most honest. And it's not going to be replicated when you watch it at home, no matter how good your speakers are or how you view it. A theatrical presentation of this film is essential. So I say, please go out and see this movie. IMAX screen. With that sound, it's like you're going to a concert, and it is worth every nickel to see this. So whether you're a David Byrne fan or not, doesn't even matter. Check out Stop Making Sense. At the end of this video, you're going to see a very brief bit of him performing Once in a Lifetime. It's a 4K presentation, but you'll get a good idea of what this film is like. It is just electrifying. I don't have any other words to use at this point. I was wowed completely. Yeah. So Rolling Stones at the max, and this film, two finest concert films I've ever seen. Especially dealing with a rock group. And if you've been to concerts before, you know how the sound is always immersive, especially if it's good sound engineers involved. And this was the first film, I think, to use digital audio, even back in 1983. So they did a fantastic job with the restoration and everything else. I might have seen clips of this film before, but I never saw the entire thing, and I'm glad I did. So check out Stop Making Sense. Please find a theater, go see it. Even if you're not a fan, doesn't matter. You almost will, certainly, if you don't become a fan, you'll become interested in the music at the very least. So that's about it. And thank you to all the subscribers that have joined. And if you like what you hear, please subscribe to my channel. And if you are a subscriber, hit the notification bell so you can find out about new uploads. That's all I got to say about that. Stop Making Sense. Jonathan Demme. Check it out. And that's all I got to say. So this is Jerry Said Movies, signing off.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack. You may find yourself in another part of the world. You may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. You may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. You may ask yourself,